All right, good day. Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana, and this is section 89 of the Doctrine and Covenants, given on February 27th, 1833 by Joseph Smith. We want you to know that this is spiritual law as well as a physical law. All things are spiritual according to the Lord, and this word of wisdom has some special powers and promises in it. It's used for the weakest of all saints, and it's a warning and forewarning because of the wicked designs and wicked men in the last days. Their evil designs, which do and exist in the hearts of conspiring men in the last days. Now, these evil designs is a processing of the foods. It is the destroying of the soils. It is a pesticides and herbicides sprayed on the foods. It is the destroying of the soils as well. And it is the medical and pharmaceutical industries as well. It's corporations that want to make money on the addiction of processed foods, the sugars in them, the processing of them, the destroying of the agriculture and soils. It's all together. Anyhow, pure wine, okay, non-fermented. There's a difference between taking alcohol and pure wine, and a great deal of difference, and a great deal of difference in benefits. Alcohol has its medicinal purposes, topically and for the kidneys, as far as I know. There may be other things as well, but it should not be used in excess. It should be used as a medicinal purposes, not for drinking or carrying on. Now, flesh of beef should be used sparingly. Mother's milk has 1 to 2.5% protein in it, so we should eat meat sparingly. I've got to repent on that. And we need to find out how fruits and vegetables are used. All grain is good for use for the food of man, but not the GMOs, not the grain that we currently have and the way it has been processed. It is not healthy. There's a lot of fermented grains that are a lot better for you, and they have to be the older grains that have not been messed with genetically or with the sprays of pesticides or herbicides. And then it goes through these different grains for different individuals. Now, find wisdom in hidden treasures, even treasures of knowledge. Now, marrow in the bones, that's pretty important for marrow and eating the marrow. There's other things too. Now, let's go back to a very important section here. Above and below the ground, shouldn't eat in excess. The meat, famine only. All wholesome herbs or foods, and they should be used in the season thereof. Let me find that. The other part that I want to talk about here is these herbs, these foods. Everything we eat should be used with judgment and skill, and we have forgotten that. We quickly process and destroy a lot of our foods, from the growing of it to the processing of it. They're not be used in the time of their growing and season and in freshness and wholeness, and they are definitely not being used with judgment and skill. Also, all wholesome herbs and foods, I might say, wholesome meaning in the season thereof, the fullness of their ripeness. They're dangerous for the use in the constitution and nature of man. That means all fruits and vegetables, all herbs, all things that grow on the face of the earth need to be used with wisdom, skill, and judgment. There we are. They're supposed to be every herb, these fruits, vegetables, herbs, all these plants, all these things growing in the earth are supposed to be used in the season thereof, the fullness of their ripeness and their harvest time. in the season thereof, all used with prudence and thanksgiving, skill and judgment. Again, protein of fleshy animals are supposed to be used sparingly. And it's supposed to be used in times of winter or famine or cold, and a lot less in the summer and other times of year sparingly. What do? In American Western culture, we eat way too much meat. Here's a promise: if we keep these things with obedience and with the Spirit of the Lord and learn with wisdom and skill and judgment, we shall receive health in their navel. And we're going to have strength in the marrow and the bones, and have a great gut, great immune system, great strength and energy. But we need to use it with wisdom and judgment, knowledge, skill, and we need to find out the hidden treasures that exist in many of these plants and many of these things that are growing above and below the ground. If we do those things, the blessing is that the destroying angel will pass us by. We've got to get away from the corporations, the medical institutions that are abusing their powers, the political institutions, corporations that are abusing their powers in these areas to learn how to fully do this. And that has to be done by wisdom, judgment, knowledge, revelation, and especially the Spirit of the Lord. Good day.